Hello, everyone. Another update, testimony out at the Carnival. So we're coming on the way home from the Carnival, and it's pretty late. I don't remember what day it was. Probably, I think it was Monday. And we're coming home, super tired. You're out there hours, and I'm praying for a ton of people. Tons, and just it's wild. And so we're just kind of making our way home. We've handed out most of the tracks. We've been out for a long time. It's right about that end of the day, when it's like, okay, let's wrap it up. And we walk by these like teen girls, and we're reminiscing about a story about this little boy who got set free. It was I don't even know if you guys will believe this story if I told you, so I think I'll just hold off on that. But this family brought us a baby, a 1-year-old kid who is totally manifesting, and this little kid gets set free. But we're talking about that and how that was our favorite testimony of the night. Now get me, you have to understand, we had seen healings, we had seen on this night, I don't know how many salvations, maybe 100, 200 salvations. And out of all that, we're talking about this kid. So then we pass by these like teen girls, and they kind of look, it's very unusual to see a white person, let alone a white person carrying a 7-foot cross. And they just said, hey, something to us. I don't remember if they called me Bronco, and I gave them a pamphlet. And I'm about 3 blocks away from my house. I'm just in my head, my feet are killing me. I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I'm hot, I'm sweaty. It's like, even at night here, especially now in these last couple of nights, it's in the high 90s. And so I'm just tired, want to get home. And these girls start talking, these young teen girls. And I gave them a Bible tract. And then they tried talking to me in English, and I said, you speak a little English? And they said, small, which is very common here. And then I just said, hey, can I tell you something? And I began to share the gospel. And in a couple of minutes, these young girls who were like young, well-dressed, they don't look like street kids that were as impoverished as many kids that I see out here. All of them hanging on every word that I'm saying as I'm sharing the gospel. And then I was able to pray for each and every one of these kids, and every one of them, including this one kid who had something wrong with his eye. I think his eye was actually missing. You may be able to even see it a little bit from the picture that I'm going to include for the cover of the video. And every single one of them, including that kid with the problem with his eye, and I prayed for his eye, didn't see immediate healing, gave their life to the Lord. And then sadly, a lot of the women here and the children, the girls, so many of them have been abused. And I told these girls this. I said, it really breaks my heart as a father of 3 girls, how many girls here are abused. And I just wanted to let them know that it breaks my heart. And it makes me very sorry that, culturally that this happens so often here. And then I just shared with them that, that forgiveness for those that have hurt them is the best way. Not only is it, it'll give them freedom, but, the Bible commands it, and that sometimes that allows the door for like demonic things to get into their life, roots of bitterness and unforgiveness. And I shared it with them. And I don't remember how many girls were there. I don't even remember the picture very well, maybe 12, something like that. I think every single one of them except 2 girls asked me to pray for them, asked me to help pray for forgiveness. Many of them were delivered. The power of the Lord hit them. The young girls holding each other up because they were being slain in the spirit. And I just thought, wow, God, I'm so thankful that we stopped. I'm so thankful that we took the time to give him a Bible track. And shortly thereafter, I'll just combine this testimony. Shortly, right after that, this little boy comes. They leave. We talked to him for probably 25 minutes, something like that. And right after that, this group of boys comes through, and we're getting ready to leave again, but we're still there. And I think maybe we're talking or praying to somebody, and we share the gospel with them. With this little boy, he had a huge scar across his neck. I mean, a huge gash across his neck. And I thought, oh my goodness, it looks like somebody tried to murder this kid. That's what I was actually thinking. I was like, what in the world? So I just said, hey, can I pray for you? Because his voice was messed up. And then after I prayed for him, he was, a little bit more, close with me, if you will. And I just said, hey, what happened to you? I said, did somebody hurt you? And he said, no. And he lifted up his shirt. And this kid's maybe 12 years old. And on his back, he's got tumors all over the place. You would never know seeing him. He looked just like a normal kid. And here this little boy covered in tumors. I prayed for him. I'm trusting the Lord healed him. But because of the compassion, because the love that the Lord poured out on this kid, even the fact that I put my hands, on his tumors and prayed for him, every single one of these harder kind of street kids gave their life to the Lord. Same thing. Almost every single one of them had me pray for them one by one. Kids getting slain in the spirit, falling out, and and then we continued our night, and I think that was the best part of my night, because these young girls, especially the young girls, it was so evident that the power of the Lord hit them, because they're there to party, they're dressed nice, they're out to have fun, they're out to screw around, probably not even out to do good things. And the gospel and the love of God, and these girls left and they walked away totally changed. We were able to give some Bibles to some of the girls, and their lives totally transformed. And the same thing with those kids. And then when the translator was walking away, he was telling me, these boys that we had got to pray with, they lived 45 minutes away walking. And I thought, wow, how amazing is God that these boys, because he knew where they lived, because they lived near somebody he knew. And I thought, wow, out of all the thousands of people, out of all the streets, the timing of these guys, these kids being there 45 minutes, they live 45 minutes away, and God touches them, in the minimum touches their hearts, they get saved, they get touched by the power of the Lord, and I'm truly believing that kid will be healed. But that's the kind of thing that happened at this carnival. Just over and over, you could see how the Lord was just looking for people, because we were kind of done, in the barn. When you first get out there, I'm just being transparent. When you first get out there, you're just pumped up, your adrenaline's flowing, you're going out into war, because that's what it is. And you're kind of just, and then towards the end of the night, you're just tired. It's just the reality of, especially when you're praying for people one-on-one over and over, and you're praying for, the last night, I think I prayed for, I don't even know, hundreds of people. You're exhausted. And, but the Lord just loved these kids, stopped them, radically touched these girls, radically touched these boys. And I just went home and I was like, thank you, Lord, for the honor of being able to watch you do this and being able to let me do it. So for those of you that help support us and be a part of this, you share in this fruit. It's truly incredible. Jesus is going into the darkest places and setting the captives free. So thank you so much. God bless you.